welcome to working title. I don't think we have a name for the podcast right now, but what's up? I'm Angel.
Nehemiah here.
We are half of the Four Schmieefers, which is our brand, which is our channel, an idea that we've been trying to work on since the summer. And we've started streaming and stuff like that, and we had the idea to create a podcast. Hopefully someone out there is listening to this, and we're just gonna be going over how we met each other, introducing ourselves, some topics that we have that we thought would be interesting to talk about. So you have anything to add before we hop into it?
Yeah, the reason why there's only two Four Schmiefers today is one of us is actually busy working and whatnot. We call it respect the grind.
One of us has a decent excuse not to be here.
Yeah. Other one, I don't think we have another one, do we?
I don't think we have. Yeah. I think the Four Schmiefers reserved for the guests. I think, but no. In all actuality, we were Four Schmiefers because it was four of us. There's more in our friend group and stuff that we hang out with or try to hang out with consistently, but the channel was an idea that we all sort of came together for, that we thought would be fun to do. And one of our friends is extremely shy, very not just camera shy, just socially, physically, mentally, emotionally.
We call it introvert. Doesn't like to meet people, nothing like that. Doesn't like interactions, pretty much.
Yeah, he sweats when he takes his order at Shake Shack and stuff. He's not the most social. And maybe we can convince him to try to get on this because it's more natural, organic. I mean, if it's just audio,
maybe
it's more like a conversation. I feel like there's less pressure when it feels like we're literally just having a conversation. Or maybe you could join in halfway through when we're talking about something, But that'll be for the future. Right now, Four Schmiefers is rapidly turning to Three Schmiefers, and hopefully doesn't turn to Two Schmiefers because of our other friend's busy schedule. But like we said before, I'm Angel. This is Nehemiah. We still don't have a working title for the podcast, but this is going to be episode 1. And we wanted to introduce ourselves, how we met. Do you want to sort of take the lead? Because I've known, our mutual friend is Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I met you through Orlando in middle school.
Yeah, I don't remember that, actually. That's not how I remember it.
That's not how you remember it?
No, I remember. Well, you go first. How do we meet?
I don't know if we had met before, but okay. So, just really quickly, our mutual friend is Orlando. I have been friends with Orlando since before pre-K, since daycare. So before we even got into the education system, there was a daycare that Orlando and I both attended because our parents were working, and so that's also where I met my friend Andrea, who I'm still friends with today. We met through there, and our parents got to know each other. They seemed to really like each other, and we've just been friends ever since. So literally since we were 2 or 3, something really young like that, we've been friends and we've been really close. And so all through elementary school we were friends, and in middle school, in 6th grade, I sort of only knew about you through word of mouth. He would tell me a story about something funny you did, or
really?
Yeah, that's the only thing I knew. He'd be like, oh man, you should have seen me and mine was talking shit about Petraglia with Jermaine or something like that. And that's the only thing I knew. And so I didn't really think anything of it. I thought it was sort of just we were talking about Jaheim or something like that. I didn't think it was a friend. It was just somebody you knew that was dumb in class. And so I didn't really pay much attention to it until the day I remember meeting you, ever saying anything to you. I don't know when we started just hanging out more consistently after that, but the day I remember meeting you or saying anything to you was, I believe it was career day or something like that, or some day where it wasn't as serious, and you had gotten in trouble before recess. And Petraglia made you stand by a fence.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so she made you stand by Petraglia being a teacher we had. Fuck her. And she made you stand by a fence. And Orlando, because he was too shy to ask the teacher on your behalf.
No, yeah. 'Cause remember, she told me stay there and don't move, right? And like,
such a weird.
an extended amount of time passed, like maybe 20, 30 minutes. I was like, yo, she ain't come back yet.
And you're a kid too, so that's
But yeah, I'm a kid, so I'm like, Orlando, you gotta go tell her like something. Cause we were talking like while I was sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not staying over the rest of the time. Either I'm like leaving or it's like
She
something.
definitely forgot.
She told me she forgot later. She said I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give you. She said I'm gonna give you. It was brownie. It was like the card. She said I'm gonna sign your thing for like waiting for so long.
Yeah. So that's my first time meeting you. You were standing by the fence, and like Orlando had come up to me, because there was no way in hell he was gonna talk to like an authoritative figure and ask him for something, you know. And so he was like, listen, I need you to do me a favor. And I was just like, yeah, well, go ahead. What's up? And I was like, you need like $1 or something? Like, you know, I don't have money. And then he was like, I need you to ask the teacher something. And I thought, okay. And then he was like, follow me. And he took me. And you were just standing by a fence, posted up. And so I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, this is Nehemiah. And you're like, hey. And I was like, oh, what's up? And he was like, you need to ask Mr. Chaglia if he could move. And I was like, what? And you like, it was career day or something like that. Because
yeah, it was some special day where we had like an hour or 2 hour long recess or something like that.
I specifically remember because I won't forget this ever. You were like, he's like a broken pen. He's like a what the fuck, like a lanyard, and like some like paper clip or something like that, like with a brand name on it. He's like, all this. You have all this for the low price of asking just for Chaglia.
Who, me? I thought it's you?
Yeah, you had like, you're like giving me a pen, like really shitty deal, like nothing worth doing anything over. You know, but it was like, you know, the shitty stuff that they get, like they hand out during and stuff. So you're like, you could have all this for the low price of like asking for Chaglia if Nehemiah can move now. And then, I don't know if it was the same day or not, but I also remember like you like just pressed up against the fence and you're like, do what you must. Yeah. So that's my first time meeting you. And then throughout the rest of middle school, we weren't in the same class until 8th grade, right? 8th grade is when we were in the same class, so we were able to hang out more consistently. And that's where like it became more serious, the friendship. But like 7th grade, and I think you were there for 6th grade, right? I think.
No, we were in the same class 7th grade too.
We were 7th grade. Oh, Modica, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I hardly remember that. Then I definitely met you 6th grade.
Yeah, we met 6th grade.
Driver. And then after 7th grade, we started like hanging out more, and with our like mutual friend group, and that sort of broke off too, because Culver left. My friend Matthew, who's missing, by the way. He's still missing.
Yeah. They might have thought you said COVID.
Oh, no. Culver.
Culver is his last name.
Yeah, our friend Matthew Culver, who's been missing ever since like 8th grade, I think, is when he left. And then Kenley, which was like, who was
7th grade, he left.
Yeah, he left 7th grade.
7th grade summer.
So the summer of 7th grade, he left, and then 8th grade, Matthew left. Was it like halfway through or something like that?
8th grade?
8th grade, he left.
No, he left before. He left before Kenley did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he left before Kenley did. Remember, we did like some special hat trick for him, like the day he moved, and Kenley was there for the hat trick.
Okay. Well, yeah, my memory's a bit scuffed, but those two moved, and then.
Because Matthew moved mid 7th grade, like middle of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm probably just, and Kenley wasn't there at all for 8th grade. That's what I remember is Kenley not being there for 8th grade. So I just figured Matthew was there for 8th grade, but I guess not. But yeah, so that's how I met you, and then since then we've gone to high school together, and I've moved around a lot in my life, and this is like the most recent place I moved to. I've been here for like a few years now, and it happens to be like 20 minutes away from where you live. So thankfully we've been able to hang out a lot in person, and we live far away from our main friend group. You know, they live towards the same area, and we unfortunately don't. So, but that just means like we can hang out and stuff a lot more. So we've gotten a lot closer ever since middle school, because I think like 10th grade it was, or 11th grade I moved here, and found out we live close, so we've been able to hang out and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I remember it. Well, I moved to New York City 6th grade. From upstate Poughkeepsie, like a suburban area. And I remember I cried on the first day. I'm not even kidding. I cried on the first day because I'm like, I don't know, you know. Well, back then I was like a troublemaker.
Yeah.
So, and I was hanging out with like the first day I was hanging out with I think Jermaine and Jaheim. So we were doing like stupid stuff, and then I got yelled at over peanut butter and jelly. I'm not even kidding. I was crying over peanut butter and jelly because I was talking about peanut butter and jelly, and I wouldn't stop talking about it because it was like mad funny. Like I forgot what we were talking about.
So interesting.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But then Mr. Blake, like he caught me talking about peanut butter and jelly, and he was like, "You're interrupting me during my lesson, so you can have a sandwich."
You know he was hungry. You know he was
no, and he singled me out. I wasn't even talking about it though. So, yeah, he singled me out. I remember I cried on the first day. I'm not sure how long it took me to make friends with Orlando, but I know he was like my first like real friend that like I hung out with outside of school. I remember like the first time I hung out outside of school, I was like I slept over at Orlando's house for like in November for like the fair or something like that. Because mom took us to the fair or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so funny. His parents are like so social. I think they were trying to make him social. They were like forcing friendships on him. They're like, hey, this person goes to your school, have him sleep over and stuff. It's really hard to be friends with Orlando if you aren't already friends with him. He does not go out of his way to talk to people and stuff like that. But yeah, what else were you saying?
No, actually, about his mom being social. Yeah, his mom like talked to my mom a little bit, and one time I got in trouble for it because like I said, in 6th grade I wasn't like a straight A student or anything. Still not now. I'm like a B plus.
You're a felon. You're on a list.
No, I'm like a B plus now. But in middle school, I like didn't do my homework and stuff like that, or my projects. Definitely my projects. But there was a project due for our class, and so that was a topic of conversation for them.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it. I told mom about it, and my mom was like, "Hey, what's going on with this?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. That's due. I don't even know when it's due. Like we just started working on that." I was like, "Oh, because when mom told me to do it tomorrow." It's like, "Yo, what? Why is she talking to you? What's going on?" No, but I got my ass beat that day. So, yeah.
I got my ass beat that day.
I mean, I remember that. Now that you say it, that probably was that first time we met on the fence, and
literally on the fence.
No, yeah, but like it just like kind of like blended in for me. I don't know. I just remember like hanging out with you guys in there during recess.
Yeah, recess and what's it called? Lunch were the main, and those were usually back to back. Sometimes lunch and then recess. Sometimes recess. Yeah, I remember like our whole friend group. I remember like Robert, like Mark, Isai, another Schmiefer, Orlando, Matthew, Kenley, you. Did I ever say you? I might have said you. That's like 7 people, but yeah. And then like only I think 5 of us. It was you.
Kanete, you didn't say Kanete.
Oh yeah, Kanete. Yeah, Kanete. Kanete's our friend. His name is Angel, but that's also my name. So I tend to call him Kanete. That name just sort of stuck. He calls me Soriano because that's my last name. So if you hear us refer to Kanete, it's our friend Angel. Yeah, Kanete, which I also met in middle school. I met him before middle school too. I just didn't know who he was, which is interesting. But yeah, that's sort of how we met, and we've just been friends ever since. And I think high school was trying to transition to high school.
No, yeah, in high school, TikTok blew up like remember in high school, and like I'd always see stuff about how friend groups like disappeared and stuff, but luckily that didn't happen to us. Like all 5 of us are still pretty good friends. We hang out like every other week, every other 2 weeks.
And even like I say like Mark and like Robert and stuff, but only because like they were like sitting with us at lunch. I don't even remember.
I don't know who Robert is.
Yeah.
I know who Mark is because he slept over like sometimes too, and when I slept over.
Yeah, Mark. But yeah. Actually, I may be confusing Robert with like he was definitely like in our friend group in elementary school, but he might not have gone to our middle school now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, thankfully we were able to stick together through high school and stuff. I don't think we didn't go through any rough patches or anything like that, did we? I don't think.
Yeah, we did.
Like, with like.
No, like all of us went through rough patches in middle school. I know Kanete hated me. I know Esau hated me. I know Orlando also hated me during middle school. No, yeah, everyone, long story short, everyone hated me in middle school and through high school as well.
So, middle school, why?
In middle school, me and Kate got over a fight over $1. I forgot what happened exactly. I think he took my DS and was like, just some stupid thing. Like, he was just like, oh, catch me if you can, you want your DS back. And then so I took his $1 and I was like, catch me if you can, you want your $1 back. Yeah. And then I called him some slurs, and then he called me some slurs, and then we got into like a fight, like on the playground, we're like pushing and like fighting each other. And yeah, that was it. Like I think it lasted literally like 2 days. We went to school the next day. We're like, yo, we're definitely tripping yesterday, right? Like we both said that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Isai just didn't like me for no reason. He told me. He said, oh, I didn't like you because you were just new. Like,
yeah, he's very blunt. Isai is super blunt to his fault and also to his charm. I would like to say. Yeah. Oh, I guess we should go into like how we like know Orlando. I mean, how we know Isai. Also, Isai is another one of our friends, one of the Schmiefers. He was well, I knew him. Like do you remember how you met Isai?
No, I just met him on the playground.
You just met him. Okay. Well, we had talked about my friend Kenley, our friend Kenley. He was like my best friend before Orlando because like he lived like across the street from me, and like I was super like I told you like the watermelon head story, and we'll get into that another time because I've said that like so many different times. But I was very protective of him because he was like the only like friend I had. So Kenley, just because like I didn't know how like to make friends otherwise because I wasn't funny until like middle school, and so Kenley was my like first ever like best friend and stuff. Like I was super close to him, and Kenley was like friends with everybody. Like everybody liked Kenley. The girls liked Kenley. The guys were like super cool with Kenley. He was just social from the get. Super jealous of that. And since I didn't know how to do that, I would like just like watch him make friends and stuff, and I would just sort of like sit out. And he was friends with Isai. I don't know how that friendship bloomed or whatever, but it was probably somewhere in like elementary school in recess or something like that. And I remember always knowing Isai, but never
talking to him.
Never talking to him. He was like a mutual. He was like always 2 seats away from me or like across from me, but we would never like have one-on-one conversations. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it wasn't until
probably 8th grade, I think.
8th grade. It wasn't until 8th grade that I really started getting to know him because of Kenley. Because Kenley left, and there was no longer this like Kenley was like the glue. You know, like he was like he knew everybody. Like it was like. You know, we would just talk. We would have group conversations, essentially. It was never like a 1v1 sort of, a one-on-one sort of thing. And so after Kenley left, I was just like, well, you know, shit, I don't know like how to talk to these people and stuff. And so I think we just sort of bonded over the fact that like we missed him and like how we were gonna like move on. You know, how we were gonna. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know him for a year, so I wasn't tripping over it. He was like my good friend, just as much as like you or Orlando was. I knew you all got out for like the same amount of time. But I was still the new kid, so I wasn't big tripping over it. I remember he came like during 8th grade during recess to like talk to us during the fence, and I was like Orlando, we can't talk to him, and he was like, yeah, you're right, because we didn't want to be dick riders. Yeah. I vaguely remember that. Now that you figure that out. No, he was like, why? he was like,
it's nothing. Don't even trip. I kind of like he's a cool guy. Yeah. So I didn't get to know Isai until 8th grade, which I really wish I got to know Isai before then too, because he's very funny. He's very, very straightforward, very funny, very smart man, very smart guy. So, Isai, he's very smart. I don't like. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're doubting that?
No, he's like very, 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 very. Sorry.
No. It's because like academic wise, he's very smart. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Like when he like actually.
What do you say? He said, "I haven't studied a day in my life. I'm never going to." Something like that.
Wait, what?
I remember one time they asked me if he studied for a test. He said, famous quote, "I've never studied a day in my life, and I'm never going to."
Yeah, because what is study is like going over notes and stuff like that. Even
I haven't either, but my grades don't reflect that. You know.
Yeah. No.
I mean, but my grades do reflect that.
Yeah, I just think he just has a like natural talent for like just getting things around the first time. Like he just it just like sort of sticks to him, and so very, very also envious of that. I think I'm smart in a different way. He's very like academically smart and talented, and when he puts his mind to something, he's very talented and intelligent. But yeah, I met Isai later than I probably should have, but maybe at the right time, because otherwise, who knows? You know, who knows? But so Isai, I met him through Kenley, or the lack of Kenley, and I went into Orlando. I met him beforehand. Kanete, you fucking follow him. I didn't even know that. Do you remember where you met Kanete?
Me and Kanete, we used to be best friends. Like in like 7th grade. Like he called me his best friend.
Yeah.
But then we like got in a fist fight. And then it wasn't a fist fight. I think we like pushed each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got physical.
Yeah, it got physical, and our teachers there, so obviously they didn't let us fight.
Yeah.
Like, but you keep your hands to yourself. And I want to get in trouble, so like, you know, it is what it is. Kanete, he's not a forced Schmiefer, but he is like very much one of us at the same time. Yeah, I just met him in the playground, probably 6th grade. That's where I met everybody. Because the only person who was in my class was Orlando in 6th grade.
Like the second or third place that I moved into, like the apartment wise, the people in the first floor were Mexican, and they had like a party one time. And I didn't want to go, and my mom told me that there'd be like kids my age there, and I was like, all right, whatever. Maybe I'll like be able to talk about like YouTubers, like I don't fucking know what kids talk about. And Kanete was the only person there my age. Like everyone else was like 6 and brain dead, or like, you know, like 18 and didn't want to be there. And this was like me when I was like 10, like 11, you know. So like I was too smart to play with like the dumb kids. And I was, like, not dumb kids, not like literal fucking toddlers. Like kids like eating blocks and shit. And I was too like young and like probably annoying to like hang out with the older kids. So the only kid really my age was Kanete, and so we talked. I don't even remember what we talked about. I just vaguely remembered meeting him and being like, all right, cool, he's a cool kid. And then not knowing until middle school, because he applied to 582, that he was my age. I didn't know he was my age. I just sort of figured. I didn't meet him until middle school, and we just bonded over Smash a lot. You know, we play Smash all the time, and ever since then, we've been really, really great friends, all of us. He's super sweet. He's super kind. He's
also
generous and shit.
Yeah, I was about to say also one person I want to leave out is Gabriel.
Yeah, my bad. I don't know.
Gabriel is the go as well.
Gabriel Rodriguez.
Not a force Schmiefer as well, but he's definitely.
He has his own.
Yeah.
Stream.
He has his own stream. He has his own setup already.
Yeah. So he definitely swings by a lot. Halo collab might be coming soon.
Yeah.
That might be super sick to get into. But I completely forgot. Our friend Gabriel, I don't remember how I met Gabriel, but ever since middle school, we've been really close with him. He's hung out with us a lot. He went to a different high school than us, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
He went to a charter school. He just got shot up. That shit was funny, bro.
Yeah, Gabriel. I have stories about Gabriel. He's a liar. Is one of the. No, I'm kidding. I remember one time.
He's transphobic. He's racist.
I remember one time, Kanete. I think we were in 7th grade, or we were doing yoga. Was that 7th grade or 8th grade? I forgot which one.
7th grade, probably.
Yeah, 7th grade. We were in a yoga classroom, and people started throwing Kanete's shoes around. And Gabriel was one of them. I think it was Gabriel and Orlando. They were just throwing his shoes around. I forgot why. I didn't just mess with him. And then, but Kanete wasn't there. And when he came back, he saw his shoes like just like thrown around. Like, yo, who did that? And then Gabriel was like, no, I think it was Orlando. And I didn't say anything. It was so funny. It was really so funny. And so, like, Kanete might have had some, like, resentment towards Orlando for that during middle school. And, yeah.
Gabriel's comedy is very subtle, but it's so fun. Like, his timing is just so funny. Like, he doesn't, like, consistently, like, make you, like, fucking die laughing. Like, I feel like you and Nisa, like, constantly make me die laughing, but like when Gabriel says something funny, it like sticks for a while. And you're like, fuck, man.
Gabriel is a real one though. He's like, I remember one time I was crying on recess for some reason. I think I got into like a fist fight with Orlando. Yeah. And I was crying on the playground because I was the only one who got in trouble. like they literally like pointed at me, and then Orlando walked away, and it's like I couldn't say anything about it, and then because I wasn't a snitch back then.
You're Indian, man.
Yeah.
Because you're darker skinned than him.
And I was crying on the playground, and then Gabriel was like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He was like, and then I was like, just like crying. I'm just gonna hear that. Like, and he's like, "You know, you can tell me anything, right?" I just hugged him and started crying. Real one.
Yeah, no, Gabriel's like so sweet. Like I can't get over how like. Yeah, I feel like every one of us has like one big like characteristic, you know that like not that others like lack it, but like I feel like just generosity and just overall like generosity, sweetness, kindness. I feel like that'll always be like connected. Like no matter what, he'll always be like, oh, do you need a swipe? Do you need like a dollar? Do you
need a job? Is what he's often asked our friend group.
Do you want a job? I'm giving you a job. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I asked him, I was like, "Yo, I'm in dire need of a job," and then like I think the next week he got me it.
Yeah, like yeah, he'll go beyond, like, to infinity and beyond for his friends. Like, it's ridiculous how much Kaneta is willing to offer, and like is just happy to give his friends. You know, like he could be like in crippling debt, and you'll be like, yo, like I'm really hungry, and you'll be like, oh, let me buy you bacon and cheese or something like that. Like he's super sweet. Gabriel's just like the most authentic, kindest person like ever. Like you can come to him to like for whatever. And like he'll come to you for whatever, and it never feels like he's putting on a front or like, you know, like he's lying. Like he's just like it's just so fucking sweet, you know. So yeah, thanks for fucking reminding me about Gabe. I almost fucking forgot, just because like he recently moved, so like we don't get to hang out with him as much as we'd like to. And Nehemiah and I, it's also like a bit difficult for Nehemiah and I to constantly hang out with our like main group of friends, just because they live closer to each other. And it's always worked for us to like take the train like to, and like especially coming back, it's like dangerous, and it's also like we'll be tired, we don't want to be on the train, etc., etc. So
yeah, the train's not breaking at night over there too, so you gotta take like the express bus, some shit like that.
Yeah, and like
a little bit unreliable.
Yeah, the MTA is unreliable at times. It's just dangerous in general, and you know, we're outnumbered, you know. When it was like Gabriel, Eastside, Orlando, and Kaneta, that's like 4 people who live by, you know, where we grew up, or where we went to school, versus us 2 who are like East New York, and have to commute there. So like we're usually outnumbered, and we usually have to go to them unless there's something specific we have to do here. So
yeah. Now talk about high school.
Oh, high school was a ride and a half.
Yeah, so all of that, guys, everything we just talked about happened only in middle school. Only in middle school.
I mean, like, characteristics-wise, like, applies, like, no matter what time and stuff. But, yeah, like, the stories and how we met each other, that was all in middle school. But high school, man, high school was super fun. I'll say high school was super fun. It taught me a lot about people. I thought that like I knew like how to make friends and how to be social in like middle school, and then you go into high school and there's like people from like it felt like international people, like people from around the world, different mannerisms, and just like people who didn't know stuff about like your middle school. Like it was just like, how do you not? It was just weird to meet new people, and so I think what we did was we sort of just like stuck together, and then let people sort of come to us, and then like accept them into our group and stuff. It taught me a lot about how people work, how people think. Like a lot of shit that we would say regularly, like we would like insult each other a lot, you know, jokingly, obviously, but like some of that shit isn't obvious to people. Yeah. And I had to learn the hard way that like insulting somebody's music taste, or like saying someone's stupid for thinking something, you know, even though I know I'm joking, like they might not. So I took a cup of water to the face for telling someone to kill themselves. Because,
really?
Like, yeah.
Who?
Jelani.
She threw water in your face.
She threw water in my face.
Would have smacked that.
Yeah. Yeah. Jelani's a friend of. Jelani's somebody that we met in high school in like freshman year, and we sort of.
When did she throw water in your face?
Huh?
What year?
11th, I think. 10th or 11th, because she was a big fan. It was probably 10th grade, because she was a big fan of Shawn Mendes like early, and so I remember just like I got it from a Filthy Frank video. Like
what exactly did you say?
I told her, she said something about like, oh my god, like something about Shawn Mendes, and I was just like like it definitely wasn't like the first time she's brought it up. Like I was annoyed that she kept bringing up Shawn Mendes. And so I was like, yeah. And I was like, Janine, can you do me a favor? Can you like twist your neck as far back as you can? And then like once you see black, you're chilling. and basically telling her to snap her neck, you know, kill yourself. And so then she threw water in my face. Like,
that doesn't warrant that. That doesn't warrant water in your face.
Yeah, I feel like it was excessive as well. But at the time,
was she actually mad?
I think she seemed more shocked than upset. But like I wouldn't say that now. Like something like that now. Like to you guys, I know you guys a lot, but like to like somebody who like I knew for like 1 year, you know what I mean? Like somebody like
you know more for than 1 year, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was still like I wouldn't hang out or anything after. Like we'd have classes together, talk about like the same shit, like how we hate teachers and like all like this like something about high school is you don't really understand that you're in the same position as everyone else. You're just sort of like in it. You know what I mean? Like take college.
Mm-hmm.
College, everyone now is like, oh shit, we're all in college. We're just trying to do what we have to do to get by. It's sort of like the same thing in like high school. Like, oh, we're just doing classes till like we get to the next point. But in high school, you don't sort of realize that. It's just sort of like you're a part of a machine. You just gotta get through the part. You know, college doesn't feel like a process. It feels like a whole like learning, like a development stage. Like it feels more personalized. And so in high school, I feel like I didn't understand as much about people, about myself, definitely as much as I like do now. So high school, I like it ended really sour for me because of a really bad breakup. But that breakup eventually like ruined a lot of friendships that I had made over the 4 years. Mm-hmm. But before that, because COVID also got to the last year of our senior year of high school. So the breakup I went through and sort of COVID and like what COVID did to me and stuff, that sort of just like burned down like the whole foundation, I think, of like what high school did for me.
Yeah, but you know the saying like everything after high school doesn't matter. Like everything you do in high school doesn't matter after high school.
Yeah. But it was important. I feel like that I learned a lot about people. That I learned a lot about like how people think, and you know like people think differently. Like that was a foreign concept. I thought everybody just knew I was joking. Everybody just knew I didn't mean this, or everyone just knew I wasn't racist. Everyone just knew I wasn't, you know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I had to learn that, and high school taught me that. High school taught me like how to make friends, how to like how to talk to people. I didn't know how to talk to people in middle school. I just like said the same things over and over again, you know.
Mm-hmm. I hated high school, most of it at least. I think I enjoyed 9th grade for the most part, but like I don't think I enjoyed. I'll say like it's like half and half. Like I enjoyed most of high school, like 60% of it. 9 like the other like 40% pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about it did you like and not like?
Well, I liked I liked 9th grade. Like when we would always, I think in 9th grade is when me and you started hanging out more. We just like after school every day we go play kickball at like our middle school or some shit like that.
Yeah, middle school.
And then you would come over my house like 4 times a week as well. But even in school, 9th grade that was the year we met Richard, we met Lisbeth.
Oh yeah.
We met. Those are like our good friends now. I'm like good, but you know.
Yeah, not like main friend group, but like definitely people we consider friends and we hang out with, you know, and we make plans with. Yeah. Richard, we met in 9th grade. God, dude, like I look back at like how I started friendships and like the things I did, and I was like, oh, bro, fuck you, man, you're so cringe. You know?
I remember the first day we met Richard. It was, I think the first time, I think you pointed at a book and like made a face, and then he didn't stop laughing the entire class, and that's how we became friends.
Richard is like mold, like clay. Like
we met Richard was Beth and Jelani in the same class, Mr. Conway's first period.
Conway's first, yeah. And then you got transferred out, right? To Mango's class?
Yeah, we all did.
I swear you got transferred before me.
I don't know, but I know the next semester I was in Mango. You were with me in Mango too for one semester at least.
Yeah, I was with you one semester, but you were there before me because you were definitely like friends with like Ruben.
Not freshman year.
Not freshman year?
No, not freshman. No.
I must be tripping then.
I think me and Ruben became really good friends in 10th grade. We had Miss Grisham together.
Grisham, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, you definitely were in. Were you in Mango's class before me? I feel like we definitely went into Mango's class. I was in Mango's class with you, but I felt like I got put in there later. But that doesn't really matter. I feel like to go back to like meeting Richard and stuff like that. Richard, I felt like immediately like I thought Richard was really fake the moment I met him. I was like, no one laughs this much. No one is like no one enjoys people's presence this much. You know what I mean? But I think Richard is just genuinely just like a happy guy. You know, like a very like. He's sort of like Draven in the way that like he can fit into like any group of people and like just sort of be accepted, you know, like I could go to like a certain group of people and I feel like I don't belong, or like I don't like there's nothing I can do or say or like add anything. I feel like Richard, you put him in any situation, he'll like find something to talk about. He'll laugh at a lot of the things they say. Like he's just.
I know that wasn't the first day I met him. That was the first day you met him, I believe, right?
The first day of class is the first day. No. I had met him beforehand in the orientation.
Yeah. That's when I met him. I was the first one to meet him. I know that because it was first day, like first hour. We were like we had to introduce ourselves to people, like like doing like one thing about yourself, one thing you hate, one thing you like.
Yeah, that bullshit.
I remember I forgot what we said to each other, but I remember me and him just laughing the whole time with each other.
Yeah. Richard is very funny. Richard laughs at a lot of stuff. That's why I thought he was fair. I was like, there's no way you're like actually finding everything funny, but he's a happy dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's fit too. I remember during the orientation, people were like playing basketball and stuff like that, and he was like putting in the hours working out.
Grind, yeah, he's very into fitness. Dig his mouth. And the first time I met him, dude, the first thing he said to me, the first thing Richard said to me was, I was talking to Jelani about something. I don't know, like I'm nervous about the first class, and then he was standing in between Jelani and I, like sort of behind us, and then he was like, "Yo," he had a deep voice. My attempt at a Richard impression. He was like, "Yo," and I looked over at him. He was like, "I'm not the only one who's ever jerked off in the school bathroom, right?" He's like, "Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, who are you, bro?" And like the second I heard that, I was like, "All right, we're gonna be all right. This is gonna be a calm 4 years if I have this dude with me." You know what I mean? So that was my first ever impression on Richard, and throughout the whole throughout the whole 4 years, he's a great friend. He's like super he's always there. Always I didn't hang out with him as much You guys got to play like Fortnite and stuff together.
Oh yeah, no, we had our own group after school. It was I think it was 9th grade we started. We started playing on Call of Duty. It was me, Orlando, Gabriel, and Richard. First it was no. No. First, me, Orlando, and Gabriel were just playing Overwatch together. I remember I think over winter break, we would just like get up, wake up, join a party, and like if you're in the party. Yeah, you would be there. Like we would fully expect you to be there, and you were there. And then after Call of Duty, it's not the best game,
Yeah.
So after when Fortnite came out, I didn't actually know about it. I just heard Orlando and Eastside talking about it like during lunch or something like that. But then we started playing it. Me, Orlando, and Gabriel, and then I just texted Richard, "Yo, you got Fortnite? Hop on with us." And for like a year straight, we played Fortnite, or like a few months straight, we played like straight.
Yeah. I didn't have a PlayStation. I didn't even have Switch. Was Fortnite even cross-platform? It probably was cross-platform. No. Not
back then. There was no cross-platform back then.
Well, I didn't have a PlayStation. I didn't have a system for like a really long time. Like I think I got my Switch like in 11th grade, 10th grade, maybe. Before that, we would just play Smash on idea. Like that was dude, we were such dorks, man. I would have bullied us. If we were seniors when we were freshmen. Like I think to not take it too far back in high school, like we'd wake up not really early, but we'd get up early so we'd have like an hour, like half an hour to just chill in the auditorium, and we'd just talk about like get homework done. That was a big thing. Getting to the auditorium, we'd go all the way to the back of the auditorium. We'd like hang out, talk, get homework done, and play Smash. That was like our main thing. In middle school, we played a lot of Smash for the DS, and that carried on into high school. And then we eventually were just like, we're not virgins anymore, like we don't have to only play video. Like I felt like we were getting enough well, not me personally, but I felt like, we were getting enough video games at home and stuff. We could just like talk about whatever's going on. And just, sort of grew out of that. But we would still like play Smash here and there. Maybe it'd be fun to do that. But yeah, meeting Richard was super nice.
What was your highlight of high school?
Highlight of high school?
Like happiest type moments. What's your main highlight of high school?
The main highlight of high school, I think, is I want to say both points where I had a girlfriend, because like in 10th grade when I was dating Leah, like I remember Philip also another nice friend of ours, super sweet guy. I remember we were online one day at lunch, and we'd play like Smash on our DSs at lunch, like in 10th grade still. Sometimes we do that, sometimes we just talk, sometimes, whatever. So I was playing, we'd be playing Smash on our DSs. I had a girlfriend. I was passing my classes by like a lot. We'd hang out afterwards. We'd just go to McDonald's or something like that, or like go to the park like you said and stuff. We'd hang out on weekends and stuff like that. We'd make plans. We'd go to Orlando's house, or we'd go to the park or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that was like peak like my life. Like I
What?
Like 10th grade.
10th grade?
10th. And then 12th also. I'll get into that in a second. But I think 10th grade, I like had everything. I felt like I was on top of the world. Like not a negative like thing in sight. And then I remember Philip coming up to me, and he was and he was like, yo, like Angel, like what is love like? And I was like, man, that's a crazy question to ask me. And then like I really was like, he definitely didn't, but like I in that moment I was like, Philip's like looking up to me. Like he's not, no, he wasn't. But I was like, Philip, like I was like, man, like not to violate, but I was like, Philip doesn't have a girlfriend. I'm better than him at Smash. Like I have this like solid friend group. Like Philip, we sort of didn't like want Philip in our friend group. He was like younger than us. He was like annoying. He didn't have like boundaries and stuff like that. Or he didn't understand boundaries.
Socially awkward, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like comparing myself to him, and I'm like, man, like I have shit figured out. And so that's when I sort of realized I was like, I'm good right now. Like I have a girlfriend. I have like amazing friends. I'm having a fun time. Like I have games I play. Like I'm doing good in classes. I'm looking successful. I think 10th grade was really like the highlight. And then 12th grade also, when I was dating Asia, I think it was the same scenario. Like I had great friends. My grades weren't the best, but like, I was getting by. I was having fun. It was like senior year, so we didn't super like care that much about like school. And I was like, all right, yeah, we get it. We're graduating. So the same thing, except this time, I felt like I knew my place. Like I felt like 10th grade, I was still trying to figure out who I am. By 12th grade, I was like, oh, like this is who I am. These are my friends. This is like the way I act. I'm not a fan of this. I'm a fan of this. And so like 10th grade and 12th grade, specifically when I had a girlfriend, it was like the time where I felt like the most complete. Like I felt like I was achieving something. I felt like I was heading towards something. Those were definitely the highlights. Like obviously school trips and stuff, but like looking back at it, like in hindsight, those were the moments where I was like, I'm gonna be good. Like I'm doing amazing right now. What year was a highlight for?
Yeah, probably 10th grade too. I think it was when probably all of 10th grade. That was when I like met Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember people talking to me like in the hallway, like people that like I didn't I want to say care about, like people that like didn't cross my mind. They'd be like, oh my god, I miss Miss Grisham's class. You and Ruben like made that class so funny and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would hear that.
I'm like, yo, like who are you, bro? It's like that's like hilarious to hear from you. But, like who are you? Like literally.
God, it's so amazing.
Right? You would hear what?
No, I would hear like that you and Ruben were like clowns and that like just making things funny. It was like you and Ruben. It was like Hilaria and Gene. It was like man. Trying to get my name in there. No, but yeah, that was a little bit more about Ruben because like I wasn't super close to him, but like I know you have been. But like you were, I don't know if you still are, like still talking to me.
No, we fell off after like last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, obviously, you don't text every day or anything. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I met Ruben in high school. I think I met him in 9th grade, but we never talked until 10th. We were in the same class together, and it was just epic. Like that's all you can. It was hilarious every day. Like I would be excited. That'd be like the only thing that I'd be looking forward to in my day is like going to Miss Grisham's class. Because Miss Grisham was also the GOAT. Go to Miss Grisham's class, hang out with Ruben. We didn't even sit next to each other, but like somehow we always had like 40 minutes of convo during the class. Yeah, but like not in a respectful way too. We got in trouble like a little bit, but, nothing biggie. Like we weren't like throwing pens to people's eyes or anything like that.
Yeah, it was just like making like I imagine just like making like smart comments.
Yeah, Ms. Grisham said that me and Ruben were her favorite students of all time as well. Like it was like probably like a once in a decade type of like setting.
Yeah. I'm glad. I wish I got to talk to Ruben more because like I only really got to know him a little bit in 12th grade when we all had English class together, and I was like, I didn't know anything about him. Like, the only thing I knew was like he was dating Melanie at the time. He smoked and he listened to like a lot of music. And like looking back, I'm like, those are like 3 really cool traits. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like having a girlfriend is like responsibility. Like he's like responsible. He has like shit. Like
he was not. Yeah.
But like in my mind, because I didn't know anything about him, I was like he has a girlfriend. Like he has good music taste. He listened to Frank Ocean. He recommended Frank Ocean to me, and like I tried, and I didn't like him at the beginning. And then I also knew he like smoked and stuff. And you guys don't smoke, and I didn't smoke in high school, so like I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know anything about him, but looking back now, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I would have liked to hang out with him and like get to know him a little better. But yeah, high school in general was. I get what I think of this.
How do you think? How do you feel about missing out on all the senior stuff from COVID?
Oh, I love that. I didn't like.
You were looking forward to it?
I wasn't super looking forward to it, but that might be tainted because of I wasn't super looking forward to it. I didn't go to like the middle school prom. Like I like the only reason I would have gone to like our high school proms if Asia really wanted to go, and I would have been all right, cool, I guess, you know. But I didn't like mind not going to a senior trip. You know, I guess I minded like missing graduation because we had like a virtual, like a bullshit virtual like graduation. That like you didn't even know what was happening, right? It was Orlando who said it was Orlando, yeah. Orlando was like, bro, like I didn't know that shit was fucking happening until my mom was talking about it, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, COVID fucking hit us hard at the halfway through our senior year, and then it was just such a bad time, COVID. Yeah, I didn't super mind. I kind of wish we had a graduation.
Yeah, I probably wasn't gonna pull up to prom. Probably. The senior trip, if it was Six Flags, if you guys would have went, I probably would have went. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I'm not sure. But I was kind of looking forward to like end of the year type stuff because we thought that we were going back.
Yeah.
When we left, yeah, we fully thought we were going back. We were going to go back. And then I think over the weekend of us being gone off school because of COVID, they told us, yeah, we'll go back in 1 month, and then they extended it. And I just remember thinking, like, after they told us we have a month, I was like, yo, it's like, this is a dream. This is like a once in a lifetime blessing for us kids. Yeah. This is never gonna happen again. And then like it just didn't end. and then you know, looking back on it, you know, I definitely would have rather liked going to school instead of sitting 2 years in my house.
Well, for me, I think the reason I'm trying to justify it is like COVID was a huge learning point for me. Like
me too.
Yeah, like I learned a lot. Like I learned a good amount of like social skills and like figuring out who I was. But then when COVID came along, it was such a hard point for me because it was my first ever real sadness, depression, anxiety. Because like before COVID, my entire personality trait was like my friends. Like my whole thing was I liked hanging out with my friends. I like making jokes with my friends. I like doing like social commentary with my friends.
Yeah, we were really close.
Yeah, and so like I defined myself by you guys. You know, the way you guys viewed me, the way I like the way others would react to me was how I got my validation.
Yeah.
And once that got challenged, once I was completely on my own and I didn't get to like hang out with you guys, I didn't get to like see my girlfriend at the time. Once I like got all the things that made me happy stripped away from me, then I really started being like, wow, like I'm not like, I don't really have a personality. I don't know who I am really. Like I base myself off of other people and how they react. So once COVID hit and I didn't get to like see who I am and like really have a personality without you guys, it was like terrible for me. Not to mention I went through like a really bad breakup and I learned how like toxic I was and how much of a bad boyfriend I was. So once all that was coming all at the same time, COVID was really bad. But I learned a lot about like the mistakes I've made in relationships and friendships and self-love and stuff like that. I learned to love myself a lot more. I love the way I look, love the way I think. not really care what others have to say about me anymore, and just figure out who I am in general. I'm still figuring out a lot of that out right now. But
everyone's always still learning.
Yeah, for sure. But I think COVID helped me with that, and like it was a lot of self development, characterization. I was learning.
Yeah, COVID was a learning process for me as well. That's when I really started like, cause I was like really like fit like before. I don't want to mean to brag or anything, but like I always like worked out and stuff like that.
Pecs, yeah.
Yeah.
Middle school, like that was crazy.
In high school, don't. I like let myself go a little bit. 10th grade, 11th grade, I believe. 10th grade, 11th grade. Cause I don't know. I was just playing video games more. Yeah. Like whenever I had off time, I would just be like on with like Orlando or Richard or like one of their like extended friends.
Mutuals.
Yeah. And then when COVID hit, I was like, all right, full time now. And then I would just be playing video games. I wouldn't get any sunlight.
Yeah.
No sunlight, just in my house all day playing video games. And then like if there was like a day where like no one could get on, I'd just be staring at my like TV or like watching a TV show or something like that, binge watching. Like that's how I watched The Office. I watched Game of Thrones during that time as well. Yeah, that's not the way to live life, obviously. Just in your house.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, go touch grass, go outside.
Yeah, playing video games all day is not the way to live.
It's fun when you don't have
I mean all day. Like the way I was hitting it during COVID was different.
Like your shit is on a schedule, bro.
Yeah.
Wake up, game.
Wake up, game. No, wait. Wake up, game. Be my meat, game. Be my meat, game. Like for like the first like few months, just like straight up just that. Because they said that that you couldn't go outside, and then like I would see online that like, yo, someone called the cops. So I'm like, yo, can we really not go outside? So I like literally didn't even go outside until like we started hanging out at the park and stuff like that.
No, it's funny you say that because I started sort of do like that today. I just beat my shit and play video games. Go touch grass. Like it's fun to game and shit. We play games all the time and we stream actually. Like we have fun, but like even we.
Yeah, it's always good to get sunlight.
Yeah, no, we're always trying to make. We always like it's harder now because people have different schedules. People have work. Some people have college. Some people just have responsibilities at home. Like he has a dog he has to take care of and stuff. Like he helps his dad cook. Like Orlando doesn't have any excuse. Like he has college maybe, but you know, but it's a lot harder now. But like I wish we had made. I mean, we couldn't because COVID. But like I wish in general we had been able to hang out more. But we would find like any reason to hang out. You know, like going to McDonald's, going to the park.
Yeah.
You know, like shit. Like yo, I'm gonna go to like the doctor's today. You want to hang out? You know, like
like you can literally find anything. Yeah, you can find anything to hang out.
Yeah, and like it's always fun just because we.
Yeah, we still find anything to hang out. I'm like, yo, because like during laundry, you know, obviously it's an excuse to hang out.
Obviously, I'm trying to scam you to do my laundry, but thankfully
we find any reason to hang out. Yeah, it's great. It's always fun to go outside.
It's amazing to be able to do anything. But yeah, COVID definitely was a learning process and taught us a lot about. So you had said something earlier that I wanted to like bounce off of, but now I'm not remembering. I'm like blanking on it.
Robin.
No, it's at low power mode.
What's your phone at?
That's at like 20% now. So we're big chillin', especially get to the low power mode. Is there anything else we want to hit?
Times the channel.
Yeah. Do you wanna give my? I already sort of gave my take on like why we started and stuff like that. Do you wanna...
Oh yeah, we started. Well, we play video games with each other, so might as well stream it, right? And I also think it's just fun to make content. Like I think I'd have more fun doing it than not doing it.
Yeah, I think.
Like let's say I have a Saturday free. Do I want to like not do anything, or do I want to make content? I feel like it'd be more fun.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. Like I remember, again, I've probably said it before, but I'm low-key getting exposed Canete. But I remember I was tutoring Canete for chemistry or something, and his sister came in and asked me. She was like, "What do you want to do when you're older?" And at the time, I was like set on music and stuff because I'm a big fan of music, making music, and so. But I didn't want to say, just like being a musician because I also didn't want to do that. That sounded like cheap. So I was like, I'll just make jingles and stuff for like advertisements. So I was like, maybe go into business, find out how to make jingles for companies, see if I can like, do something with that. Maybe like make jingles for like commercials or like songs for cartoons, like theme songs. Like I wanted to do that for a while. And so that's what I told her. And she's like, see, that's like a smart thing to go into. Kaneta just wants to stream. And I remember Isai also saying like something about like what's your ideal future? Like we had asked each other that when we were playing, and he said something about like, yeah, I don't remember what he said before, but it was probably something like the military or being an engineer or something, because he really likes cars. But
Yeah.
I remember he was like, but the ideal thing is like if all of us were like in like a content house of some sort, and we just like make content, stream, you know, and get schlit. And I was like, yeah. And I've always wanted to, you know, like I feel like everyone's thought about like getting famous off YouTube, because like, you know, just the world we live in now, like it's media up your ass, you know, you're consuming media. Now it's like TikTok, but like before then, everyone was watching like Let's Players, everyone was watching YouTubers, everyone was like, you know, in that world of like content, media, editing, entertainment. So I've always wanted to, and I tried with like some like things I had on like a personal channel of mine, but it just got boring. I can't make content on my own. I feel like I'm not.
Yeah, it's always more fun with friends, stuff like that.
But like you were saying, it's like regardless of if we record it or not, we're just gonna be like playing games or going out and having fun. Might as well just add a camera. Might as well just...
Yeah, because we don't really post on Instagram or anything like that. Yeah, like, the usual people, like, they post on Instagram or something like that. I haven't posted in, like, a few years, probably.
Like 2 years, I think. Like, your last Instagram post was Henry.
Really?
The snowman, yeah. It was like,
that was, like, first year of COVID, I think.
It was 2 years ago, right? 2020.
Yeah, 2 years.
So, yeah, we're not, like... We're not social media people. We're not, like, internet people. We don't have, like you know, like, you'll see... people like on social media, and then you'll see them in real life, and then it's like, oh, like you're not this way in real life, you know. And so like I feel like we're the same like when we're playing video games as when in person, except you know we can fake give each other hand jobs in person and we can't over the phone, you know.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I like the idea of editing and stuff like that, just because I think we already say a bunch of funny shit in general. Might as well edit it in a way that I think people would like, and so I'm really looking forward to like teaching you guys how to edit and stuff like that, because you know I'm looking forward to see what you guys will make. And again, we're gonna be doing it either way. Might as well record some of the funny moments we have, see if we can give somebody else a laugh and have something to work towards, because I think it's amazing, you know what I mean, to like streaming, even if we don't have anyone watching, you know. It's just the idea of like someone being able to like come in and just take a peek at what we're doing and maybe find it funny, you know, even if it's like just for a second. I know we have like a bunch of people who like followed us who don't tune in, but like just the fact that they like showed up for a second and like oh like you know watched us, like enjoyed it for a bit and took off, you know, that's nice. So I think for future plans we're gonna do more IRL content. Hopefully we can record this podcast consistently. We might have to make it like a Two Schmieefers podcast. It's like Eastside Cancer. It's definitely Two Schmieefers now. Like we're set on that. Orlando's not going to want to participate in the content that much, but I'm down to make this podcast like a weekly thing, like a Sunday sort of thing. You come over, or I go to your place and we just record. Because that's nice, easy. It's a nice way to also just like wrap the week up. You know what I mean? Just talk about shit that's
talk about Monday through Sunday.
Yeah, because right now it was a bit difficult, but like because it was an introduction thing, we had like a bunch of shit lined up, but it's like almost like an hour already, and we haven't touched like half of the stuff we wanted to talk about, just because the conversation flows so naturally. Oh yeah, I want to talk about what we did. Well, today I live with my cousin who comes here every other weekend. And so Nehemiah wanted to come and on my face, right?
No, we're coming to film the podcast. I was coming to film the podcast, and I'm getting my stuff set up for Xbox so we can stream more, because then you know my controller's busted, so we can't stream the games properly. Yeah. So this way, I'm gonna download multiverses. I'm gonna download a bunch of games that we could like stream it like every other day, or something like that.
Yeah, our main thing is like being consistent. I really like the idea of this podcast. Like, it's a good way to wrap up the week. But today, you were coming over for the podcast. We went to the mall today, which I don't know if that'll be in like an upcoming vlog, or you know, I don't know how much content we filmed that's like actually usable, but we filmed a bit, we vlogged a bit while we went to the mall.
We went to Best Buy first, I believe.
We went to Best Buy first. We lost my cousin.
Yeah, he went somewhere. He came to me. he left you and came to me.
Yeah, I told him to go to Geek. I didn't want him waiting in line with me just because he'd be like I'm hungry, you know, just be.
Oh yeah. He came to me. I was like, all right, Jared, this is the wrong spot because I was in the wrong spot. Mm-hmm. So then we went to the pickup section, and then you showed up, and then he wasn't there anymore. And yeah, we went over to look for him. He said he was playing with the Switch, and then he left.
Yeah. He just, I don't know.
Nothing good to hear from a 13-year-old.
He is
that you're responsible for.
He is one of the most unintentionally funniest person like I've ever met. Like just half the shit that comes out of his mouth is like out of nowhere, or it's not true, or it doesn't make sense for no reason. But yeah, we went to Best Buy, then we went to Target. Mm-hmm. I went to go pick up. Well, at Best Buy, I picked up a $15 Xbox card because I wanted to get the Battle Pass in Fall Guys, which is lit. And after that, we went to Target. What did we get at Target?
Did we? I got my power drinks.
Oh, you got
so we can try them out.
I got like the chips.
Yeah. Did you get anything? No, all right.
I don't remember eating that shit. We also got we got 2K22 at Target for him.
Oh yeah, Jared got 2K22. Yeah. Play basketball lovers out there.
Yeah. 2K22. We play. We're gonna play it on the channel. I've been I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we did that. Then we went to Petco. We looked at a bunch of fish, mice, the parrots that were there, chameleon, which is lit.
I'm a big animal lover. I like looking at them. That's not weird though, right?
No. Well, that one time when you were like stroking your shit, it was weird, but you didn't like.
I asked the manager, so that was right.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we did today. Whenever we go to the mall, those are like the big, like going to Target and like going to Petco. Like,
Target and Petco are always on the list.
No matter what, like we can go there for Buffalo Wild Wings, but like we're gonna go to Petco afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just so nice.
Yeah, and Target just has everything as well, so might as well go in there.
Yeah, sometimes we go. Like last time we went in there, I think we were just gonna pick up like a toy plushie for your mom, right? And then we ended up picking up that like card game that we've never touched since.
Yeah.
We went there. If we make IRL content, we might do like something like playing card games or something like that, or like a D&D session might be cool. But that's always very like.
That's gonna take a while.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's.
Let's take a minimum 10 hours, pretty much.
No. Yeah. A lot of plans for the channel. Mainly IRL content. We're gonna be streaming. We're gonna try to stream like every day, every other day, because like right now it's summer and we don't really have much to do. I feel like I really wish we would have started sooner, because like July it was just like
July passed that quick.
Yeah, July. Oh my god, dude, yeah, it's like it's August. Like it's basically August. We have 2 days until August at the time of recording this right now. July 30th, and it's just like July passed by so quickly. I felt like at the beginning of July I had like a lot of plans and I hung out with a bunch of people, and then afterwards my social media was just like nah. But we hang out a lot. Like we hang out like in person is like a lot. Like
this once a week probably, right?
Yeah, we hang out a lot. Thankfully we live close to each other. It's kind of hard to like invite people over here because like we live in a place that people would consider dangerous, right? Like people don't feel safe coming all the way over here, especially leaving at night, you know, unless they're getting driven home. But, you know, we live here, we live fairly close to each other, like a 20-minute walk away.
Yeah.
And so we hang out. We've been watching a lot of series and stuff. Like, after COVID, like, towards the end of, like, 2021.
That's when we started binging, like, pretty much anything you could think of.
Anything you could
Any movie, TV show, you name it, we probably watched it.
We watched,
I don't know what our first one was, but... No, we didn't do that. I don't know what our first one was, but I know one of our first was probably Star Wars, I believe. I remember you were, like, very adamant about that. And I enjoyed, like, watching an entire series with someone.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, let's do this one this week. Let's do this one that week.
Yeah, we've definitely had, like, we're big... Whenever we hang out and stuff with, like, big groups of friends, if we're not playing video games like Smash, Mario Kart, like, WarioWare... Fucking those
that was a one-time thing, but yeah.
I was trying to think of another group game we played. Monopoly.
Mario Party.
Yeah. Whenever we're not playing things like that, or like buying really shitty food and reviewing Dollar Tree food, when we're not doing that, we're like watching movies and stuff. Whether like one person recommends it or like we all just want to watch something we haven't seen. So before Neo and I started binge watching shit, we've seen like a few movies. Like I remember
saw some Chinese horror movie.
Yeah,
it was like supposed to be like The Ring.
The Grudge.
No, The Grudge. Yeah,
it was like the Japanese version of The Grudge.
Yeah,
so that's exactly the one I was thinking of. But yeah, I always like heard Star Wars references and stuff, and like I like the idea of Star Wars. Yeah, like I like the lightsaber fights and stuff like that. And so like I've never watched it, and like it's a big nerd thing to like like it. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, well, I might like it. I'm like I'm a dork. And so I was like, why not watch it? I ended up enjoying it a lot, and then ever since then, we've just been finding different series and stuff to watch. You recommended Twilight. We watched Twilight. It was great. The last movie was amazing. The other four felt like setups until the last.
Like the last two were like, they definitely put on their A game for the acting wise. What do you call it? Robert Pattinson definitely like evolved as an actor during those series. Yeah. It's like the first one. It was just I'm not sure if it was the director or him. It just felt weird when he would make facial expressions.
Well, like you don't live in the world you think you live in, though, right?
Yeah. that's a little reference, a little Twilight reference.
It's a little Jacob getting naked for his wannabe girlfriend's dad right there. Yeah, we watched Twilight. Twilight was great. I think like for the most part, it was just like setting up for like this big, huge battle. And like when it actually happened and stuff, mm-hmm. quotation marks. When it actually happened, it was amazing, and like all these subplots coming together. It was sort of like Lord of the Rings, where which we also watched. We also watched The Hobbit, but for Lord of the Rings, I felt like it was a bunch of stuff happening in the first two movies, like setting up different things, like with the two hobbits, and then Frodo and Samwise. And then what was happening with Gollum.
Yeah, different plot points in the end. Like they're all working towards the same-ish goal, but doing different things to acquire those goals.
Definitely. And so I think I was gonna say that was one of my favorite series, but I don't remember too much of it just because we've watched like so much shit together.
Over the 2 years we watched like everything that's come out the past 20 years.
Yeah, we also go to the movies and stuff just to like watch like whatever's out at the time. Like we've done it so far only twice, but when we go to the movies, we try to like we buy multiple tickets, and
we see like 4 movies in one day.
Yeah, basically. I shouldn't even gotten into the tickets. We watch 4 movies in one day.
In the movie theater.
Yeah. And so it's a lot of work, but we really like watching movies, just experiencing it together. So get into we said Twilight, Star Wars, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter was a long one.
Yeah, Harry Potter was like I remember just like 1 week after the other, I was just like, I gotta fucking watch the next one. And it's so sad. Like I love that the first 2 movies were shit. Because,
it makes you appreciate the rest of them.
Yeah. It's actually low key smart because you don't know they're bad until you compare it to but they kind of like went crazy with the third one. Like making the third movie the best was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But then that set your expectations pretty high. So you're like, oh shit! Like the rest of the movies are like Azkaban, like we're in for a fucking ride, Mm-hmm. They literally went from like the worst movie to the best movie, and both of our opinions, right? You think the second movie is like probably first one?
No. The worst? Oh, I was gonna say best. I was like, no. First or second? Yeah, but I think I fell asleep during both of them, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I mean, like the first one is like iconic because it's like introducing everything, so you can't really be mad at it for being boring because it's just like, all right, who are these people? And it's based on books and stuff. So I feel like I'm like a little bit more lenient with the first one, but the second one was just ass because it was ass. It was like, all right, we know who everyone is. The only cool element is like the idea of Snape. Like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? That's the only real plot point that there was. And then we learned about Horcruxes and stuff like that, and Voldemort.
Oh yeah, we also saw Narnia.
Narnia,
yeah, you saw Narnia.
Narnia was a big one. It had like a lot of like religious tropes and stuff like that.
I loved the Caspian one, the Caspian movie. The first one, I think it was Half-Blood Prince. Something like that.
Half-Blood Prince.
With Prince Caspian.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Half-Blood Prince. I thought you were talking about Harry Potter still. Narnia. I think I really loved the first one the most. I didn't like the other ones with like the runaway king or like the banished king or something. Like they get killed. Something along the lines of that. That was super sick too. I just really loved I did not like the third one. Wasn't it like the third one like them coming back or them growing old or something like that? And
third one? No, the third one
or something.
The third one, the two older kids couldn't go to Narnia because they were too old. So they ain't like it was kind of like a trouble like they're too old to like believe in this, like this is for kids, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the third one they were too old to go to Narnia. That's literally what they said in the movie.
Yeah.
So it was the two younger ones and then some new annoying kid. Speaking of the annoying kid, we also saw Maze Runner.
Maze Runner, yeah.
Maze Runner was one I really liked.
Maze Runner was dude, what the fuck was Newt, bro? Newt, go. Hunger Games. We also saw Hunger Games.
We didn't see the last one. That's one we saw the two good ones.
we saw what we needed to see. And yeah, we've been watching a lot of movies and series.
TV shows.
Kardashians. We saw Kardashians.
Let's not start with that.
What's the big one that everyone knows now? But I just want to get...
One series that we saw together was Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Yeah, we saw season 2 through 4 together.
Yes. We watched season 4 all, like, the first half of season 4 all in one night. Right?
Yeah.
Or, like, in the span of, like, 12 hours because we fell asleep. Like,
we took a little break, took a little nap.
Took a little nap skis. Took a little cuddle break. And we watched the rest of it then after. But
we saw a lot of TV shows. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. We saw a lot of them.
We're watching Bear. We didn't watch Atlanta together, but we've both watched Atlanta
during like the same time-ish.
Yeah.
Like, I think I finished the same 3 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say I finished it like a month or like a month and a half before you.
Yeah.
And then like one day when we were hanging out, you, Gabriel, and I was like watching an episode, and I think like not even like 3 days afterwards, you told me you had finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, blanking on like shows and movies we watched. We did watch Kardashians live.
Those were all the recent ones that we watched. Like ones within the past 4 months we watched was Kardashians, Bear, this one.
Bear on Hulu is great. So far it's like amazing. I think we're gonna watch a few episodes. I think we're like halfway. No, we have like 3 episodes left, right? 2?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, I'm gonna say we also watched Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, Peacemaker. I think we watched
the
first season, right?
There's only one season.
I don't think we want like the last 2. I don't think we.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe the last 2 episodes of it.
Oh, okay. But it was good though, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's like only funny.
Yeah, surprisingly, I like the cast a lot. Like there's something to like about like all of them. Also, it was like another Hulu show. The Voice.
Oh God.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, I'm only naming
The Voice.
shows.
I really liked The Voice in the beginning, but I felt like it wasn't gonna end, and so we started skipping.
It was dragged on.
Yeah, because the season was done, so we were just binging it, and you can't binge a show like that, bro.
Yeah, we also made like a bet like on who would win. You know, like what coach would win The Voice. Yeah. And you know we're both wrong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I bet on Blake Shellington.
But the beginning was probably the best part that we watched, right?
The best part
of like them choosing who they wanted to be. Like, oh, I want you, and click the button.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part.
The way that the coaches interact with each other was like the main part. The only reason people would go there. People don't give a shit about the performances as much as they care about like who really gives a shit about like the next idol. You know, like the people are there for like the celebrity coaches and then like taking them away from each other and.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, like I'm blocked. What the? You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's like the main part. The funniest part was when the coaches talk to each other and stuff like that.
Blake is the GOAT, by the way.
Blake Shellington is like top 3 artists of all time.
Let's not go that far.
Yeah.
No, but his personality is the best.
Yeah,
like he was like the best character in the show, I think.
He was by far. Yeah.
But what are the shows you watch? We watch other shows, right?
Yeah.
The shows.
I'm blanking on them. Do you want to check Hulu or something like that, or like Netflix?
Fuck it.
Amazon. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll like. Yeah, I'll try to make a list later of like shit that we've definitely watched before because. Are you watching any Disney movies? Brother Bear.
No, we watched like a day of Disney movies. Like we had like 4 movies or something like that we watched.
Brother Bear. I remember Brother Bear because it was amazing. To give you guys context, I wasn't a Disney kid. Like I would only watch like shows just because like I couldn't sit down for like a whole hour like as a kid. It was just boring to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no experience with Disney movies except like the 1 or 2 big ones like Finding Nemo and stuff. But Neil was like, you should watch Brother Bear. So I went over to his place. We watched Brother Bear, and it was fucking amazing. movies.
Yeah, I was basically picking out movies from my childhood that like I really liked pretty much. Brother Bear was one of them.
We watched The Bug's Life together.
That was more the recent.
Yeah, Bug's Life was recent.
We watched another movie that day during Brother Bear. I forgot what it was. We watched we watched Moana too.
Moana.
I think Moana was one we saw that day.
Make way, yeah.
Moana too, yeah.
Just big fan of movies. We just watch a bunch of movies, and if we want to get into to bring it back to the movie theaters, when we go to movie theaters, we watch like multiple, like at least from 2 to 4 movies.
If it's just me and Angel, yeah.
Like sometimes we'll go as like a group and watch like a Marvel movie. Like we watch Civil War. No, not Civil.
We typically watch like the newish pop movies that are coming out at the time.
Yeah, but what Neil and I did was a while back. We went to the movies. We saw The Bad Guys. We saw Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, the Fantastic Beasts movie.
Yeah, the Fantastic Beasts movie. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, that was like top
Yeah,
tier.
that was so peak. And then I'm trying to forget what else we watched that day. Because Bad Guys was like the sleeper one. But there was like another sleeper one that we
saw 4 that day, right?
Yeah, we saw 4. Bad Guys.
Everything, Bad Guys. Sonic 2.
Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god, such a forgettable movie. Like nothing fucking happened there. Like,
I like his Supersonic was cool for how long it lasted.
Did that even happen? Like I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, he went golden and he looked cool during it.
And this most recent time we went to go see. Well, we had a whole plan, but it was kind of crazy to like. We went like at 11.
Yeah, your sleep schedule was off, and like
Yeah.
it was just tiring as well that day. I forgot why.
Like all the movies were like 2 hours plus, you know, and
yeah,
it was also like just a lot of work.
The schedule didn't line up as good as it did last time. Nowhere near as good.
Yeah, no. We were like, all right, we have an hour and a half to go. I guess we'll watch Jurassic Park. You know, the 5th one.
Leaving a movie midway through was the L, you know, because like if you end up actually enjoying it, then you're gonna miss the other good movie, or you're gonna miss the ending of that one.
Or like just like stay in a fucking movie, just for like 20 minutes, or like for in our case like an hour and a half until like the next movie started. Like it's just hopefully we were able to sign up, but like we did see Buzz Lightyear.
We saw Lightyear,
which
and then
was a sleeper for me. I did like it. I really liked it. I thought one character was fucking annoying as shit, but other than that, it was great.
Lightyear and what else?
Lightyear, and then we went into Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, Lightyear and Thor Ragnarok. I was actually...
No, not Ragnarok. Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I said Ragnarok for Thor Love and Thunder, and then we went into Jurassic Park for a bit, and then we were like, nah. I don't even think we went into Jurassic Park. We went into the fucking ride for Jurassic Park.
No, yeah, we went to the little arcade machine for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And we're like, this ain't it.
Yeah, this ain't it. And we also didn't want to like...
Because we didn't see the other ones before that either. Well, I have, but you haven't.
Yeah.
So, it's
so
the same.
Then we went to like the final like 20 minutes even.
I thought it was the beginning for some reason. It seemed like a beginning. The way it was like starting up, but I guess it was like as well closing. So,
it was. Yeah, it felt like it was halfway through, but it was just like wrapping up points and stuff with the minions. But Rise of Gru is the one we saw like the last 20 minutes of. It was pretty good for like what it was worth, and the music was amazing too. And then we were gonna see Black Phone, but like I was super tired. Like
we had to wait a long time. Like we couldn't just see it right then and there. We had to wait a little bit.
Yeah,
I was sleeping during. I was like dozing off during the movies.
Yeah, I think I took a 5-hour energy and I was still dozing.
Yeah, you only had like 30 minutes of sleep or something like that.
Yeah, something
or
like
2 minutes maybe. I don't know.
No, I had like an hour because like we skipped.
No, you would have had a minute, but like I was at your door when we went to bed, and your uncle opened the door for me, and I just like sat in your room playing video games until like I woke you up after an hour. I'm like, yo, the movie's starting already.
Why you make me look bad, man? Yeah. I was getting no sleep, and then like I drank beforehand, and like I got drunk, listened to like music, and then I like fell asleep for like an hour, literally like an hour before you showed up. I like had knocked out, and then I woke up, and like even before that, I was texting you. Because like I have trouble sleeping, like it's like very sporadic when I get tired and stuff. So I texted you, I was like, dude, we're not gonna be able to make the first Minions movie. Let's just do like start off with Buzz Lightyear, like an hour afterwards. And you're like, all right, yeah, sure, that's fine. Then I fell asleep, and then you showed up, and we came to Buzz like 20 minutes late or something like that, 25 minutes late. We didn't miss that much.
No. We missed like maybe like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, because like ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Commercial breaks and all that. But yeah, really looking forward to the next couple movies we watch. We have like I don't know. Are we planning on watching the rest of Jurassic Park? Is it
I kind of want to see. Maybe we could.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to, but like I'm down for it. Like if you don't have anything else lined up, I know.
I don't think we have anything else lined up.
Yeah.
Besides Bear.
Modern Family.
Bear. Or we could skip to Jurassic World as well, because that one's good.
We've been watching Modern Family too. That has this like really nice.
That show didn't last forever though, so we'll watch it if we have literally nothing else to watch.
Yeah, it's a nice filler, because we also like when we're not also like. Sometimes when we'll try to like stream in person, like when we play like a 2-player game, like It Takes Two, we streamed that, we finished that, and Donkey Kong Country Returns, is that it?
Yeah.
We were playing that also.
We're on the last level of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, on the last level of a world though, right? Not the whole thing.
That's the whole thing?
Oh, that's the whole thing?
Yeah.
Should ask you. Yeah, and we like I don't know how we're gonna be able to do it, but we also play like a bunch of games on the Switch too. Like we still.
Yeah, we can't stream anything on the Switch.
We can't stream.
That we know of, like we don't know how to do it right now.
I have a capture card and stuff for it, so I can definitely record gameplay of it. So maybe if we make like a video like that later some other time. But all right, we're back from our ad break. So,
thank you, Steak, for sponsoring.
Yeah. Manscaped. Use code. I don't fucking know, dude. Use code Fat Hairy Balls.
What's the phone at?
I don't know, probably no. Let's just wrap it up. My phone is dying, so we're gonna have to wrap this up. But we'll hopefully see you next week this time because
we already have some stuff planned for that.
Yeah, we already have planned stuff, but like we're gonna try to make this like a weekly podcast thing. So yeah, stay tuned in.
You'll get another one in a week.
You'll get another one in a week for sure.
Good luck.
I'm not gonna edit it, so we're gonna take turns editing it.
Okay.
Nah.
How am I gonna?
Right. I'll show you how to do it. All right. Yeah.
This is one of these ones.
This is either Chatty Schmieefs or Schmieef Talk.
Either way, we're out.
Either way, the Schmiefers are out. You know what I mean?
Either way.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is post-podcast editing Angel. I just wanted to say really quickly, thank you again for tuning in and listening. We're going to have another episode of this next week. And forgive the poor audio quality. I know I put a message at the beginning, but in case you weren't watching it at the beginning and you were only listening to it, I put a message at the beginning that this is a little bit poor audio quality. We didn't really work out the kinks, and this is our first time doing something like this. So next time the audio quality will be better, we promise. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, see ya.